Garden Warfare 2 might be my favorite game ever, or at least it's in my top 3. Despite that, you'll never hear someone say that Garden Warfare 2 is a perfect game, and for good reason too. This game has a lot of flaws. The fuck? Starting with the Gravity Grenade, an ability that brings up a gravity field upon contact. It's extremely large, lifts plants up into the air, and seals the abilities of them while they're stuck inside. It's basically an insta-win if used in 1v1s. Arguably the best ability in the game, slowing opponents to a crawl and lowering their sensitivity on hit, including the splash damage. It does damage over time, and it's a ridiculously short cooldown. Electro P-ness. Bet you aren't expecting to see him. He's a detonation character, so he's overpowered. P-Shooter's entire fucking kit. His kit probably is the best in the game holistically. Does literally everything the game could ever ask for, except heal. Gatling provides damage reduction and gives you unfair amounts of DPS. Chili Bean Bomb comes in multiple flavors depending on what you want to use it for. Hyper just kind of makes you the best 1v1 character in the game for like 7 seconds. And it synergizes with his other abilities, and his primary if you're playing a P-Shooter that does splash damage. Wow. The good fire characters. Fire is an element given to certain characters. They deal damage over time in compensation for less damage up front. Arguably the best element in the game. BBQ Corn, Fire Flower, and Paleontologist, they all just camp the back of the map. It's easily the worst fucking fight in this game ever, bro. Toxic Citron. A toxic character that shoots projectiles with a lingering toxic cloud on impact. This is how you play him, it's not really that. Jackhammer. An ability that basically serves no purpose. A patch made Turbo Jackhammer far better and it basically outclasses it. Rhodey Z. An engineer with a weapon that only works at close range. By spamming your trigger, you deal lots of damage per seconds. It's basically inescapable with the Turbo Jackhammer. Armored Heal Station. A heal station that is basically unkillable. The heal rate basically makes this unusable, so don't use it. Sunflower Strategy, why did I call it that? Sunflower is a support character specializing in healing. She's frail, but that weakness can be mitigated with another Sunflower, and this is the best strategy in the game. Super Brains Melee in midair. Super Brains used to not be able to attack midair. Plants can intentionally abuse this weakness to win their fights against him, and that did get patched out. But there are still 2 Super Brains that can't, Cosmic and Breakfast. Why? Cosmic Brains kind of makes sense, but Breakfast Brains, he was already the worst Super Brains before they decided they could attack in midair, but I guess he's just even more the worst. Sure. Rose's abilities. A character that has 2 crowd control abilities to hinder opponents and aid her team. Except they kind of don't. Godify got reworked, and is basically exclusively used as a get off me button. Time Snare also got reworked, hard nerfed, and doesn't do nearly enough to support your team, so it's basically also only used as a get off me button. And Arcane Enigma doesn't help your team at all, it's a get off me button. Now, at least Arcane Lotus can heal allies. Necrose. A Rose with the ability to inflict Jinx on her charged shots. This is the only character in the game with the Jinx mechanic, and Jinx makes it so that inflicted targets take more damage from all sources. If you're purple, the game is unplayable. Shrimp Mech. It has a laser beam primary, does a ton of DPS, and has one of the best movement options in the game. This is easily the best Z-Mech in the game. Okay, I think this is the best mech in the game, guys. I have zero idea why I think that. I just do. Plumber's damage upgrade. Plumber does 35 damage on direct and fires pretty slow. Using his damage upgrade makes him deal 1 more damage on direct hits. Not on splash where he does a lot of damage, on his direct hit. This allows you to kill Armor Chomper without health upgrades, and Iron Citron 1 shot faster. That's it. Cool. Mystic Flower. She's a charge character, so she's overpowered. Though she's not as much of a problem as the other charge characters, so Agent P. Oh, fuck this guy. Arguably the best plant in the game. He fires bullets that deal double damage on headshot. He does very little on body shots, but on headshots, this is the best primary in the game. You basically cannot have your head poked out against this guy, unless you want to die. When I play against this guy, I do want to die, so I don't blame you. Guys, I don't know what's making me say this, but I think this character is a little unfair. Super Commando. A soldier class zombie that fires in 3-round bursts. Arguably the best zombie in the game. He was reworked from Garden Warfare 1 by removing 1 ammo but increasing his reload speed. Arguably, that just makes him better. This primary weapon is borderline oppressive and basically means you cannot exist in front of him. Unless you really want to die. Which, hey, when I play against this guy, I definitely do. Captain Cannon. He's a detonation character, so he's overpowered. Plasma P. He's a charge character, so he's overpowered. Time Park. a map where 4 areas are connected to a center via portals. This map is extremely snowball heavy and all fights basically only happen in the middle. It's like capture the flag, except the people who capture the flag are always going to be at the flag and never going to move out of it. Chomper. A selectable class in Garden Warfare 2. He has no way to make space other than just existing. He exists only to punish overextenders and he's basically by default low tier. Chomp mechanic. The Chomper can one-shot enemies. He can one-shot by using burrow or by attacking from behind, sometimes even in the front, and even enemies snared by spike weeds. Rocket jump. An ability that propels you into the air. The map design of Garden Warfare 2 renders this ability pointless and is outclassed by Rocket Leap. Any place you can reach with Rocket Jump, you could also reach with Rocket Leap. Momentum exploit. By not inputting a movement key, you can conserve your momentum. And since there's no air drag in this game, that's a thing, look it up, you can continually jump and conserve the momentum for large amounts of distances. Also, it makes reviving far easier. Speaking of, a relatively unique mechanic, it's an option that every character in the game has access to, and it's essentially just a, you know where you died, well you can come back at half HP. Unless you're getting revived by a sunflower or scientist, they not only have a faster revive time, but the person they revive also comes back with full HP. Suddenly, that kill you just worked hard on that you lost half your HP for, well, it just got undone in 1.5 seconds. Fair. Beam jump. Tech that allows Pea Shooter to gain insane vertical and horizontal momentum. Combine this with the momentum exploit to keep any horizontal momentum, which is a lot. Spray chompers. Regarded in the community for being worse than bite chompers, if you spam your fire button, they do big deeps, big damage per second. Stun grenade. An ability that stuns nearby plants upon impact. It's basically an insta-win in 1v1s. Great White North. A Gardens and Graveyards map. Extremely long sightlines and little to no cover. Half the cast is punished for existing by anyone playing sniper characters. That's fun. Dummy shield. It just doesn't work a lot of the times. You basically need to be on flat ground. Not too much of a grand issue, but like, you know, it's something worth noting, I guess. Petrified Cactus. She's a Detonation character, so she's overpowered. Toxic Brains. A mid Garden Warfare 2 character. Until this meter fills up. Filled up by landing punches, he just kind of becomes the best character in the game as long as Toxic Overload is active. Disco Chomper. A legendary meter filled up by swallowing enemies. It doesn't really do enough. This is probably one of the hardest legendary meter conditions in the game, and it's not even that worth it. Future Cactus. She's a charge character, so she's overpowered. Corn's abilities. They just don't work half the time. No, like, seriously. Feels like the wind can be blowing slightly harder than usual and your ability just doesn't work. It's really weird. You have to. No! Yes! Z7 Imp. A character so pay to win that it should be illegal to not actually tell you. He fires as fast as you can press the trigger, and honestly his only real weakness is that he has 75 health. Electro Citron. He's a charge character, so he's actually balanced? Wow, can't believe it took him 2 games and multiple patches to finally figure that one out. Big Bolt Blaster. It's like Gatling Pea, but it can block bullets up front. And honestly, the only reason it's in the video is because you can do this thing where you lean backwards. Some characters can't do anything about it, so it's pretty funny. I thought I'd point it in. Larchaeologist. Yeah, we're still calling him that. Arguably outclassed by the paleontologist and almost completely outclassed by the astronaut. There's really no reason to pick him unless you really like saying I would have won if I was playing a better character. Bling Barrel. I forgot what this is called. Looty Booty Bling Barrel. It has less damage reduction than the original one. Why though? Power Chomper. A spray chomper with the power element. The power element is used to deter zombies from grouping up in proximity, although for some reason it's bugged and doesn't deal any damage to zombies being healed. Peel Shield. A shield that blocks damage instead of having Citron take damage. There's the obvious counterplay, just don't shoot at the shield and hit Citron instead. And there's a second secret counterplay where if you shoot the shield, sometimes it still just does damage to Citron anyway. How does this even make it into the final build of this game? Spikeweed. A trap that's placed on the floor. Unlike Garden Warfare 1 and BFN, the activation time is nearly instant. It's basically an insta-win button. He's still low tier though. Twilight Chomper. A character you can now only obtain through microtransactions. Who made this game? Input. Everyone, Chili here. Thank you all for the support on the videos, and if you watched this far, thank you all especially. I hope you appreciate this cute little graphic that I had to painstakingly edit. Okay, bye.